Welcome to the Entrepreneurial CPA Show, where we take a deep dive into the knowledge needed to break free of the box and become the world-changing entrepreneur you want to be. As always, we're here with the skills to reconceptualize your reality. That means the theoretical and the practical. Little yin, little yang. I'm Garrett, keeping you grounded on the practical side. And I'm here with Dr. Sean, the man who knows the theoretical like nobody else. Before we get started, just want to remind everybody, register for the Accounting and Finance Show taking place this summer, July 11th through 12th in New York City. There'll be a link below to the video. Register, check it out, see us there live. Break free of the box, get the knowledge you need. Today's show, we're proud to say, is brought to you by Prolera, reminding you that CPE doesn't have to be a grind. Hayden Rock Solutions, providing the roadmap to the advisory promised land. On today's show, we're going to continue our series talking about outsourcing, delegation, and dive into the differences between outsourcing and delegation, what makes sense for you. With that, I'm going to kick it over to Dr. Sean.
All right, Garrett, thanks. So really the whole concept of outsourcing tasks or, how to delegate certain items is a very hot topic right now. And it's a very timely topic, right? Because as more and more IT and more tech enters our field and is impacting sort of the work that we do, right? More and more of that work and those base level tasks that had been done by individuals in the past are now more and more being automated and almost outsourced, right, to the IT function, right, for the IT tools. And really sort of the key points to keep in mind are sort of building off of our earlier conversations and our earlier sort of, dialogue on this issue is to, one, sort of focus on, what tasks are actually going to be outsourced, right? Are they tasks that aren't earning high margins? Are they tasks that don't add too much value? And or are they tasks or processes that you aren't actually very good at, right? And then two, if you are going to outsource that, how do you actually do it, right? How do you outsource the process and that underlying data, which I believe is a upcoming video, right? So how do you outsource these topics and processes, right? Because obviously change is always going to be tough. So then actually, how do you do that? And then three, as you're outsourcing certain tasks and as you're delegating your work to either individuals inside the firm or to outside partners, then how do you monitor that work, right? Because if I've outsourced work to a Garrett, but I'm still the one getting paid for that work first, I'm still on the hook. So I have to monitor how the work is being done and how it's being done. So really, those are the top three areas, questions, or topics that I think should really form the conversation in this area.
Yeah, and that's great. It's a conversation we need to have because when we look at the accounting profession, public, private accounting, I think everybody watching today is going to agree you're busy. You're probably really, really busy. If I was to say, I need you to grow your business at double the rate you're doing today, probably going to say, yeah, that's not going to happen. There's not enough time in the day to accomplish that. And that's where outsourcing comes in. Outsourcing is a little different versus delegation. Delegation is kind of within your firm, within your house. Mm-hmm. What happens when you're already maxed out your capacity? Now you get to start looking at outsourcing. It's really an unlimited pool of data and on-demand talent to grow your organization. The gig economy, we talk about that a lot. We've got a webinar coming up about the benefits of the gig economy, how to start using that. But that's where it is for CPA firms. How do we grow more? And especially when we move past just the 3 to 10% growth firms have seen over the past couple of years. We can't hire more people. We need to be able to outsource that. But then you need to manage those relationships. That's the new changing dynamic for us of moving from the doer, the one that always did it internally, to now we're the quarterback. We're the most trusted advisor for our clients. You probably heard that before. You might think, I don't know if that's true. It is. You are the most trusted advisor for your clients today. You need to leverage that. They want your advice. They want your skills. They want your knowledge. Leverage that to outsource the right people behind you. And you'll grow exponentially as a result. And it changes the shift to just communicating and monitoring those internally, or as Dr. Sean said, you need to monitor the third parties you're outsourcing with, because you're the ultimate face your client sees. You need to make sure everything's running smoothly and efficiently. And if you look around the world and other companies, other businesses, a lot of other organizations outsource the work that gets inside their door. You might not just realize it yet, but a lot of them already leverage that option, that outsourcing. So don't be afraid to do that. Roll up your sleeves, get into it, because you're going to be a lot more profitable and you can actually enjoy your life, because it can't be 2 or 3 of you. So Dr. Sean, next up, you're going to tell us about the miracles of cloning coming down the path.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I think you might talk about the challenges that come with outsourcing and delegation.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. I mean, and so the whole challenges of outsourcing and trying to figure out which actual work to delegate is a topic of an entire conversation by itself. But for every opportunity, right, there's always going to be a challenge, and for any benefit, there's always going to be a cost. So I'll be diving into that in our upcoming video.
Perfect. But that's what it's about. Challenge what you're doing at your firm. Break free of the traditional ways. Stop feeling like the firm, has to do everything possible for your clients. You can't. You cannot be successful if you keep along this path. There's no way around it. It's time for a change. And that was the whole point of today's show. So thank you for tuning in. I hope we made you rethink your reluctance to outsource at your firm. After all, as for CPAs and accountants, we really just outsource people for other organizations. You got questions on how to start, how to do this at your firm? Send Dr. Sean or myself a message. We're always happy to help. For those of you watching that want to keep the learning going and really learn how to leverage this technology, these opportunities, and I'm talking to you out there, check out our entrepreneurial groups. Become the entrepreneur you deserve. There's a link below to our website, so check it out. For those of you watching on YouTube, click the subscribe button. If you're watching on LinkedIn or Twitter, there'll probably be a link. Click on that, subscribe to the YouTube channel to get updates. As always, we challenge you to take action today to change the world and invest in yourself.